There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh, well, they got one of them on there anyway. Let me try again. Oh, well, there. Yeah. So, anyways, how are you on this Tuesday? I got a couple of things I have with you. I picked up some beer from Minocqua Brewing out in Wisconsin, but then I had another friend get some as well, so he gave me a couple that I didn't have. So I'm going to have at least one of them with you, if not two. As I try to once again figure this out. Bear with me. I know. Uh, I am technologically challenged. It takes me a little longer to figure this stuff out than most, but I'm trying to. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna leave it there for now. I'm tired of messing with it. There we go, and that's going. So, anyways, so yeah, let me show you this one. The Resistance, a Pilsner for True Patriots. Not endorsed by any political candidate or party. They make that clear on each can, although their statement says something else. 4.8%. On November 5th, 2024, America elected a strong man to become our 47th president. A man who seeks to destroy America's founding principles, turn the military against his domestic enemies, and roll back basic rights for women, minorities, and the LGBTQ community. We can look at history to see how our country, I'm reading from the can, I want to make that clear. We can look into history to see how our country has dealt with disaster before. Washington saved us from British rule while warning against partisan demagogues. Lincoln saved us from the Confederacy while freeing the slaves. Teddy Roosevelt saved us, or saved the American middle and working class from subjugation under the rule of wealthy monopolists during the progressive movement, and FDR saved us from the clutches of German fascism and Jewish genocide. In our darkest hours, these leaders joined hands with American patriots who believed in decency, democracy, and equal justice under the law to resist tyranny. Like our forefathers and mothers, it's time for true American patriots to join the resistance against tyranny and march together through the generations' moment of darkness. Here's a beer to help ease the way. All righty then. Again, I was reading from the can. Was it necessarily my opinions? I'm not saying they weren't, but I was just reading from the can. Since there are people out there that seem to get their panties in a bunch awful easy. Oh wow. Oh, it's very light straw color. There we go. Although it looks darker when I hold it to the screen there. Anyways, Sláinte. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. The beers are good, and at least they stand for something, right? I'm gonna pour me a little whiskey here. My Rocktown whiskey glass here. I'm pouring the Rocktown, Arkansas single malt whiskey. Whiskey distilled from malt, mash finished in a sherry cask. It's 4-year-old whiskey. This one is at 100 proof even. This is my nice little glass. Not quite a Glencairn. I don't know what you call that shape, but I like it. It's a little different. Just give it a nice pour there. There we go. Probably just shy of a 2-ounce pour there. There we go. Looks like a nice 2-ounce pour, though. Anyway, let me set that down. Oh, mercy. How the heck are you? Pick up this beer again. Oh, got tomorrow off, so I'll relax, have a drink here. It's gonna do the one video, that's all. And have some dinner, watch some TV, maybe a movie. Well, we're gonna play it by ear. Don't have to do anything tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. The doctor's appointment this morning, so I had to get up early. But I'm hoping to be able to relax a little bit. Although, as I say that, my body won't seem to let me sleep past 8:30, no matter what. Anyway, so well, I always hope I can, but you never know. It's nice, a nice, easy drinking. Feels like more of an American style pilsner. The single malt whiskey. I do love me some American single malt. Look at that color, though. That is gorgeous. Oh, gosh, that's nice. Nice little bit of maybe brown sugar, a little molasses up front, hints of maple, little sweetness. Gives way to maybe just a hint of dark chocolate in there. Some raisin. It's gonna sound odd, but I feel like I'm picking up some oatmeal. Some nice barrel in the finish. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a nice, luxurious whiskey, right? It's just one of those that feels good to drink. That beautiful mouthfeel, that viscosity is just perfect. And cilantro. Uh, I hope everybody's having a good day. Had a nice weekend this past Saturday. I haven't had a chance to really talk about it. We went to the Culture Fest here in town, celebrating diversity. So that was very nice. I had a lot of different cultures, a lot of different crafts, food trucks, that sort of thing. Although it is interesting celebrating diversity in one of the whitest towns in America, but nevertheless, it does seem to be a little monochromatic from time here, but I feel like things are trying to get better. At least there are some people trying to make things better. Got a package today. I'm trying to figure out how to open the sucker. I've never seen packing quite like this before. So I wasn't able to go where we wanted to originally on vacation. We did have a nice vacation, but not being able to go where I'd originally planned got me thinking, about if I can order some of these products. So I've decided that I'm not going to. We got a new Turtle Wine in town, and the prices are good on most things. And they do have a few things that the other stores don't have. But I've decided I don't want to buy. I don't want to say I don't want to buy local because I'm going to buy local, but I've decided I want to buy small. So the stuff I can't get here in town, I'm just going to see what I can. There are certain products I can order, and there's certain products I can't. So last year when we were in Indiana, we didn't hit the St. Elmo Steakhouse, but I was able to find this cherry vanilla infused bourbon, which is great for cocktails. It's almost ready made, right? It's Manhattan ready, but it's also ready for other things, and I want to try with it. And then I also decided to try this as well for a lot of that same reason. Ready to pour espresso martini made with vodka and vanilla liqueur. So I'm really curious about that at 70 proof as well. I'm not going to open any of those for a little while, though. I'm going to try to hang on to those until Thanksgiving weekend, where I'm just going to tuck them away like they don't even exist for now. Work through some stuff I've got open. Oh, let's see. Oh, my old feet are hurting tonight. It was an interesting night. It started out really slow. But yeah, I've noticed so Mug Club Mondays, my Mug Clubbers tend to come out early. And then yesterday was a somewhat of a holiday anyway. But I've noticed the cocktail drinkers are a little different, right? Let's just assume it was a normal Monday. Well, beer drinkers tend to come right after work. They don't go home first. Cocktail drinkers seem to be the opposite. They go home first, maybe have some dinner, whatever, then they come back out. When we're open from 4 to 9 during the week, beer drinkers, I'm busiest on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Mondays, let's say Monday, Thursday anyway, from 4 to 7. And then people want to go home. But cocktail drinkers are a little different. So Tuesdays we do $2 off cocktails. If you're a member of the cocktail club, you get an additional dollar off. Well, a lot of the cocktail clubbers don't even arrive until like 7:30. So they take me right to closing, really. And it's usually 6:30 at the very earliest when I start seeing them. Well, sometimes my beer drinkers have come and gone, so I'm dead empty for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I get all my cocktail drinkers coming in. In a lot of cases, it's some of the same people, but they're coming for different reasons. I don't know how it works, but nevertheless, I don't know the mechanics of it all. But that's typically how it happens, anyway. Oh gosh, I do like the single malt whiskeys. I really got into them for a while, and I didn't necessarily get out of them, but I started getting more into the cocktails, which you don't typically think single malt for cocktails. So then I was buying other stuff to formulate cocktails for home and work. But to just sit back and relax and have oh man, American single malt whiskeys are the best. I really love them. I love the category. I love that they've expanded it much more than others were. Oh, oh, nice. Well, I'm off today to work Thursday and Friday, then I'm off the weekend again. I got this weekend, the next weekend, then I'll start working a few weekends. As we get close to the holiday, it tends to work that way. Anyways, oh, I don't push the whiskey to the glass if I don't have it. But if I have it, then I have to. Then it becomes a moral imperative. If I have the right glass to match it, then so sometimes when I can't find my glass, I go, where'd my damn glass go? Anyways, I digress. It's been a long day. I'm going to wrap this up and just finish the rest of these on my own. But I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and I'm also Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, whiskey evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, all around good guy. Slunch it. Thanks for tuning in, folks.